Also watching news at 10. Thank you for joining us in Business Now. President Bola Tinubu on Mondays in Saudi Arabia advanced negotiations concerning a multi-billion-dollar infrastructure finance facility from the Islamic Development Bank to fund a multi-sectoral portfolio of infrastructure projects at the federal and subnational levels in Nigeria. This is a result of investment discussions held between President Tinubu and the Vice President of the Islamic Development Bank, Dr. Mansour Mukhtar. According to President Bola Tinubu, while speaking yesterday, shows Islamic Development Bank that investing in Nigeria will be among the world's most high-yielding. The president emphasized that investor money will not only flow easily in and out of the country, but that Nigeria will remain the candle of hope to light the way for Africa. On his part, the Vice President of the Islamic Development Bank, Dr. Mansour Mukhtar, said that the financial world has been monitoring events in Nigeria and that the bank is ready to support big investment in the country. According to Mr. Mukhtar, there is a provision of $50 billion of a new investment for the African continent from the Arab Coordination Group, and assured Nigeria will certainly receive a significant share of the facility. Away from there, hundreds of leaders from home and abroad seeking knowledge and growth gather to share ideas on how to become change agents and pacesetters in their spheres of influence. The gathering with the theme, the leadership algorithm for the future, put together by Private Leadership Bootcamp, was aimed at helping participants to sharpen vital leadership skills through the insight of the various speakers who provided lessons on pragmatic approaches to development.
Politics can deliver culture from itself. In other words, when you look at it, the work of politics is to work on culture. And culture is how people think, how people, and the value system in the society. So any society you see that value system is appalling, then that is the work of the leader.
To expose them to the modern understanding of what leadership is all about. So my take home, and for youths in Taraba and in Nigeria, is think outside the box and be self-sustained. And that may stagger while taking off, but once they stabilize, the cruising will be fine.
All of us are capable. That's the bottom line of it. So I talked about emotional maturity, and if we're talking about being emotionally intelligent, for you to be emotionally intelligent or to even teach emotional intelligence, you need to be emotionally mature yourself, because only when you're emotionally mature, you're able to recognize and handle and deal with behaviors that would class someone as being intelligent. So if you don't have that, then it's not going to work.
And of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, ICAN, is tasking its members to ensure they perform their duties with a high level of professionalism. A move the Institute believes will increase investors' confidence in the Nigerian economy. President of the Institute, Mr. Innocent Okosa, said this at this year's celebration of 2023 International Accountancy Day in Lagos.
Globally, the accounts play an essential role in managing financial transactions, providing financial advice to businesses and individuals, analyze data that are crucial for economic functioning and growth of any nation. They ensure the accurate recording and reporting of financial information, which is vital for decision-making, regulatory compliance, and maintaining the trust of stakeholders. It is in light of this that ICAN is embarking on this street health work to commemorate International Accountancy Day and create more awareness on the significance of the day. Thereafter, President of the Institute says ICAN has over the years championed the pursuit of excellence in auditing practices.
The significance of this day extends beyond historical milestones. It is a testament to the enduring principles of transparency, integrity, and accountability that have transcended centuries and continue to be the cornerstone of our work. We also celebrate the evolution, resilience, and adaptability of accounting through the ages.
He said the institute has always been at the forefront of promoting financial transparency and accountability in every sector of the economy.
It's about a culture of diligence, accuracy, and unwavering ethics. Through these cooperative efforts, ICAN facilitates a regulatory environment where high-quality audits are not just an aspiration, but a reality. Our shared goal with regulatory partners is clear: to ensure that audits in Nigeria are thorough, independent, and reflective of the highest levels of professional excellence.
The president charged members of the institute to commit to continuous learning, adapt to the digital era in order to ensure the effective management of private and public finances.
And to the equities market now, the Nigerian stock market gained today as the All-Share Index, which measures the overall performance of equities, surges by 0.3%. Northern Nigeria Flour Mill led the list of gainers, followed by Meteor Industries, CNI Leasing PLC, Maya PLC, and Living Trust Mortgage Bank PLC. The biggest trade loser was Red Star Express PLC, topping the losers list. Other losers included FTN Cocoa Processors Limited, Motu Benefit Assurance, Carverton, and Prestige Assurance Company. And let's take a look at the global equities market now. Asian shares edge higher today ahead of U.S. inflation report that could influence the Federal Reserve's policy outlook, while the fragile yen play with 33-year lows, putting it back in the intervention zone. MSCI's Broadex Index of Asia Pacific shares outside Japan was 0.23% higher, on course for a second straight day of gains. European shares are also expected to remain lethargic, with Euro Stoxx 50 futures down by 0.05%. German DAX futures down by 0.01% and FTSE futures by 0.15% lower. China shares were marginally lower, with the blue chip CSI 300 index down 0.19%, while Hong Kong Hang Seng index was up by 0.09% ahead of a summit between the top leaders from the world's two largest economies later this week. The government of Nepal has banned China's TikTok because its content was detrimental to social harmony. This comes days after the country introduced a new rule requiring social media firms to set up leasing offices in the country. TikTok, which has around 1 billion monthly users, has been banned by several countries, including India. Earlier this year, Montana became the first U.S. state to ban the social media platform, while the UK Parliament banned it from its network. Nepali Minister for Communications and Information Technology, Ms. Rekha Sharma, said the platform spread malicious content. She added that the ban will come into effect immediately, and telecom authorities have been directed to implement the decision. And finally, crude oil prices inched up today on expectations of healthy market fundamentals following an OPEC report saying demand remains strong and concerns that supplies might be disrupted as the U.S. cracks down on Russia on oil export. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude rose to sell at $70.51 per barrel with an upward price margin of 0.32%. Brent crude futures also experienced an upward price review of 0.3%, selling at $82.77 per barrel. Bonnet recorded an uptick of 0.9% to sell at $82.50 per barrel. And the OPEC basket crude oil dealers are offering $83.22 per barrel with a price decline of 1.25%. Well, and that does it for business.